Hola my boo-boos, how you guys doing? It's your girl Gracia Sucre d'Or, as you all know. I'm so sorry, I know you've been waiting for videos coming up. Your girl was so busy. Listen, I'm a busy girl, I'm a boss, all right? I go everywhere, places, had to sort things out myself, so I can't really go on the details right now, but I'm back, and this is basically another video for you to watch. But don't forget to subscribe, to comment, to share, so we can create a bigger audience for everyone out there in the world. What else is that? Wanted to thank everyone else that obviously got subscribed. Merci encore. Et voilà. And any further ado, let's do it. So as we said, obviously, we're going to be talking about the things that I think it's important for young girls to be able to, to learn, as obviously we are in the 21st century. 21st century, it means multitasked, meaning that everything is going fast, everything is going too fast, all right? And you can't be just relying on one thing or one thing only when it comes to a job or anything like that. But you have to be able to learn different skills, to learn different ways to make money, because right now it's mostly all about money, all right? So I'm a hairdresser, as I already told you guys before. It's something that God has favored me in that way to know how to do hair when I was 8 years old, and that was in Congo. So it was just, simple industry. People were doing the hair, and I just came by, and I wanted to help. And from there, obviously, it turned up to be me doing Barbie's hair and growing to be who I am today, which means a hairdresser. And I just feel like if I had a daughter, I would love to be able to teach my daughter how to do hair, because I feel like it is a skill that you can never be really you can never be totally, how do I say this, like you're always gonna get money when it comes to hair. Regardless what it is, it could be weave, it could be braids, it could be converse, it could be anything. When it comes to hair, you're always gonna have money, and it just depends on how you really want to take it further. Whether you really want it just to be basic, or you really want to take it to the next level and actually really make money out of it. There's some women out there who are millionaires when it comes to that department of hair, and you can always combine it with beauty, because I believe beauty and hair definitely goes together. So this is why I came up with a list. So if I look down, you know that I'm looking at my book, because I wrote things down, so that can possibly maybe be able to help you out. Okay. Nowadays, obviously, we have YouTube. Places where you can go and learn how to do hair, but you go also like classes, college. They do teach how to do hair. But I believe everything starts with passion, right? So if you don't have passion in anything you do, you'll never be able to excel it further. You'll never be able to grind as much as possible. You won't be able to put much energy into it because you don't have passion for it. You rather go somewhere else where you feel at ease, or where you feel better, and you're just enjoying it, than to really doing something that you don't want to do. I feel like you understand what I mean. So passion is definitely the key. But even if at this moment I feel like passion can always come later on as well, in the sense of you can always start something, and as long as you start, seeing progression, you start seeing that it's basically succeeding, is going somewhere, you start taking pleasure into it. You see what I mean? It's like someone that you've never met before, and then you meet him, you probably like, oh, okay, it's not really my type. But the more you're spending time with this person, the more you start actually falling for this person, because of the inside of what the person has, and you end up being in love with this person. Okay, it's the same thing with whatever you can possibly account to do in life. It's not, you can, like I said, you can have that passion, but that passion can also be developed later on. But as long as you know that probably this thing is gonna take me somewhere, or and bring money in my pocket, why not? Okay, so like I said, passion is the key for everything. You can always, like I said, develop it, or you have it already. Secondly, being willing to learn. Willing to learn, it means that be able to increase your knowledge is very important in anything we do. We learn every day. But when it comes to hair, there's different ways for you to learn. Nowadays, like I said, we have YouTube. You got different type of hairdressers out there. Even like the beginners are, they're doing something with their mannequin, or they've probably seen it somewhere, and they're just trying to copy. I was the kind of person that when I go somewhere and I see this lady doing something I haven't done before. For example, I remember it was this lady, she was doing Ghana cornrow. I've never seen that before, and I was like, how are you doing it? How are you taking this little hair, like how are you twisting it? How are you going with it? And I only had to look. Sorry that I'm repeating myself. I only had to look and go home, practice it on my own hair. So I had sisters at the time. I could literally practice on them, but sometimes they just wanted to do what they want to do. So I wanted to practice on my own hair and see really if I can do it. And if I can do it, I'm like, okay, if I can do it, that means I can do it on somebody else's hair, and that means it'll be okay. Do you know what I mean? So that's how I was. Like, I'll take something from outside, practice on my own hair, whether it's braids, whether it was eyelashes, whether it was weave. I start everything on my own head, and that's how I just take it further and further. But somebody else probably is not really a visual person. So if you know that you're not a visual person, you have to look at something again and again to be able to get it. That's totally okay, but at least you're learning. Do you know what I mean? So like I said, you have YouTube, you have colleges, you got even maybe your auntie could probably be a hairdresser. So you can ask them, like, can I please come once or 2 weeks, 2 days in the week, see how you're doing it, help you out, because the more you help me out, the more you're learning. It could be, you can find it probably boring, but it will pay off at the end of the day, because probably after a while, she might be able to let you, braid hair, the full head, or be able to weave her client's hair fully. So it's all about taking step by step and be willing to learn, and have obviously patience. Patience is key for everything you do in life, especially if you want to succeed, okay? And so we're talking about willing to learn, and then the other one as well. So as when I finally started doing hair, or became to a certain age where I had to learn other stuff, like for example weaving, or how to curl, how to straighten, all this needs equipment. Okay, you need those equipment. It's either you have this equipment at your salon where you're helping out, or whether it's maybe for yourself. Okay, you need them to be able to progress, to be able to do things that you haven't done before. And the more people are seeing what you're doing, the more they're trusting you. Okay, and it's like, yeah, she actually can do it, So I'll leave my head, because me, for example, girl, listen, I don't leave my head to anyone to just do, I don't know, sha in my head. No, I don't do that. And the reason why as well is because I do my own hair. But when I let you do my hair, that means like probably I'm gonna be like looking at you, judging you, because I know how to do better on my own. And most of the time whenever I do my hair, people literally stop me from like street after street, wherever I go, parties, and tell me like, oh my God, who did your hair? I'm like, yeah, it's myself. So that's how I big up myself in that way, because I know that I've done it myself. So if I can do it myself, and I'm letting you, my head, you better come with something straight, something really good. And so that's the thing about being a hairdresser. You become a bit picky of who you're letting your head to. You know what I mean? Anyway, so like I said, equipment is very important. So you obviously need to buy your combs, your blow dry, buy your straighteners, buy so all these products are there. And then when it comes to learning, it's not just about the practice, because everything about hair has already a theory side of it. I mean, those kind of stuff you can always learn it in school, but when you're really willing to learn as well, because it's not just about braiding, because you can braid someone's head and then suddenly after a while her hair start breaking at the front. You need to figure out why, because she's gonna come back to you and ask you, why is my hair breaking? Da, 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 da. You need to know, why is it breaking? Probably you was too rough at the edges, or you maybe her head or her hair, was not maybe in the moisturizer, or maybe it's herself, she was pulling it up too much or anything like that. So you always have to come up with an answer, because if they ask you, how do I do my treatment, or how long do I need to do my treatment for, or is treatment really important? All these things is that you need to come up with an answer, because that shows how much knowledge you have in that field. Do you see what I mean? Whether you're passionate about it or not. Okay, so the other thing as well, after having all your equipment, and obviously you come to a point where you're doing your people's hair and you got clients, it's good to be able to do at home, I'll say. The reason why as well, because it saves you the money that you probably be able to give at a hair salon, because every single hair salon has its own thing. Some of them will ask you half price, 50-50, means whatever you get, you keep half of it and the other half goes to your man, the boss of the hair salon. The other one is it could be like maybe 40, 60, depends really. Some of them will probably be like, no, we don't do that. You have to get your own chair. And obviously your chair, it has a price for it. So minimizing all these things that you can do in a hair salon, you can possibly do it at home. But doing it at home is it has this other negative side of it, because you're inviting people in your house who can come with all type of things. For example, they can probably be thieves. Coming in your house, taking things in your house without you knowing. I'm Christian, so I believe that I'm not just physical, but I'm also spiritual. So meaning that these people that come in my house, they're spiritual as well, and they can possibly come with any type of spirit in my house. You see what I mean? So all that, you need to be mindful of that, and who you're basically opening your door to. Because you're doing someone's good, you're trying to uplift the person by giving the person confidence when it comes to doing that person's hair. Because as soon as they leave your house, they should feel good. You see what I mean? So you're uplifting this person. But at the same time, what that person is bringing in your home, you don't know. You see what I mean? So you have to be strong in prayer, yes, but also be mindful who you're inviting in your house. So that's why hair salon is good, because they're not meeting, they're not coming into your house, they come to a specific place. And I believe that if you are the client and I am your hairdresser, you're the one who needs to look for me, not me looking for you, because you need your hair done. So this is why hair salon, I think, is a good place. Me as a person, for example, I used to work in a hair salon, but after a while, obviously, I stopped because I felt like the person was kind of using me, and I do not like to be used. Whether it's in friendship, work, business, whatever it is, just don't use me, because I hate that someone takes advantage of my generosity, you know what I mean, of my kindness. So I just felt like, nah, that's it. Let me just do things on my own. But after a while, I noticed that even when mothers do come to the hair salon, they tend to come with their children and so. So you can see how the children they bothering them. They continue to concentrate. It's so difficult. They need to feed. They need to do all sorts of stuff. So that was I just came up with this thing when every time a mother will ask me to do their hair, I'll be willing to go to their house. Me traveling to go to their house, and obviously, I'm not gonna pay for my own transport to go to your house, to my client's house, but I will charge an extra price, because because I'm going to your house. I'm going where you're comfortable, in your own comfortable zone. Do you see what I mean? Wherever it is in, wherever it is in London, because obviously I live in London. But so I just thought to do that for mothers, just to help them out there. And then slowly by slowly, there was other girls as well, and younger girls, whether they don't have children, but they're still willing to pay an extra, for you to come to their house. So I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. And that literally opened a lot of doors for me in terms of your communication with your clients, and how they basically appreciate you going to their house. But also, because I live in London, but I don't travel much, so me going to those people's house, my clients, helped me to kind of know London a little bit better. Going to north, west, east, south, it doesn't matter. So to me, it was just like, oh, I've never been here before. Oh, I like this place. Oh, I like this place. Well, oh, no, I don't want to live here. So, but it was still open this sort of, to know London a little better. So I really liked it, and I just feel like it's really cool. So if you feel like, yeah, you want to get to know the place where you live, in the country where you live a little bit better, traveling is definitely one of them. And your client will appreciate that a little bit better. Do you see what I mean? So anyway, so continue on to finding your hair and finding hair salon. Finding hair salon when you know that obviously you want to be half, like I said, or you want to do get in your own chair or so. I believe that when you're ready to get your own chair, it's important to know that that you have at least clientele, that you have your people, enough people that will be able to come to the hair salon and obviously get their hair done. The prices will obviously will change a little bit up, but at least you got them. And if you don't have them, that means you have to grind a little more harder. It will definitely come along, but yeah, you have to give your hardest. But the other thing is knowing where you want to to have your chair. So it's always good to find a place where there's going to be a lot of people, meaning a lot of women, because obviously you're doing women's hair. So, for example, I don't know, wherever is the busiest place, then that's when it's best to get a chair there, because you can always attract women, clientele, wherever they find themselves, and keep on pushing. So on all this, what's it called? When obviously you want to take it further, it's not to forget to have business cards. Business cards is another way to be able to sell yourself. You have business cards, you have social media, and mouth to mouth. So whenever you do someone's hair, obviously if she likes it, you better like it, because if she doesn't like it, she ain't coming back. But if she likes it, well, of course she's gonna like it, but she's gonna pass it on to probably her family. If her mom likes it, we're like, oh my God, I really like the way she done it. Pass me the number. That's like mouth to mouth. Like, oh, who done your hair? Like, that's how it keep on escalating, like keep on growing that way. But you have obviously Instagram, you have Facebook, you have Twitter, you have all this other social media where you can sell your ability, your work. So whenever you do someone's hair, take a picture, put it out there. Even when it comes to the client, you can possibly tell her to video herself, or even just take a picture, and then whenever she posts it, ask her obviously to tag you out in the picture, so people can know who done the hair, who slayed the hair. And then you have the other one that is very, very important, is customer service. Know how to treat your clientele, how to treat your people, because we're all coming from different backgrounds, and the way obviously we've been brought up totally different, but it doesn't cost to be polite. it doesn't cost to be gentle, and reach out to even more as like maybe having like in your, if they come into your house, for example, offering them something to drink, oh, you okay? Yeah, would you like something to drink? Oh no, oh this and that, I've got biscuit, I got this. If they say yes, yes. If they say no, it's no. But at least, you're going the extra mile to make them feel comfortable in your own home. Whether it's in the hair salon, it's like, oh, you okay? Do I need to bring you something? Or like, know how to have a dialogue with your customers, and so they can be able to come back, and be good at what you do, because it's very important. Because if you're not good at what you do, they're always going to find another person who's going to be good at what they do, and then that means they're going to be gone and they're not going to be able to come back. I had this lady, she was Jamaican, of where I used to work, and she was the most fussiest client I've ever had in my entire life. I remember she came in and she wanted her Ghana convo. She went in certain ways, and so I started doing her hair, and so it came to a point where I was nearly halfway done. Guess what? She was like, I don't like the way it started, and and I'm just like, you're kidding me, right? I was like, really? Oh, you have to take it off. I had to take the whole thing off. Literally had to take the whole thing. It was neat, it was everything, but this maybe the way I started it or the way I done it, that she didn't like it, so I started the whole thing over again. And to a point where like now I keep on asking her, like, is this okay? They're like, yeah. Even if I have to ask her 10,000 times, I will ask her, so I don't have to keep on going back again and again. Do you see what I mean? So that would just waste time, and I got other clients to do. So I kept on asking her, it's okay, yeah, it's okay, yeah, it's okay, yeah, until I finished the whole thing, and she loved it. And then that's when she gave me that, my praisals to my manager, and I was like, okay, cool. And then she kept on coming back, and the only person she wanted to do, she wanted her to touch her head, it was me. So there was two Gracia. I was the little one, and there was another one. So whenever she come in or she calls, she'll be like, oh, is the little Gracia in? And my manager will be like, yeah, she's in. It's like, okay. She'll send her children, or she'll come with herself. And that's about it. She was so fussy, but I did my job really well, and that's why she kept on coming back. And it's the way you treat them as well. Always kindness, smile, always being positive at all time. Be mindful what you say. Don't be rude, because that's the last thing you want, is to lose a client, okay? And yeah, positive energy at all time, because that's what attracts. You don't want to come to a place where everyone just looks at you like you're just a dead fish. No, you come in with a strong, positive energy, and it will work, because it will literally attract positive, always attract positive. Negative attracts negative, okay? So, and the last thing I wanted to say, if that's really what you want, and I encourage you, girls out there, to always be able to be self-taught, teach yourself. You don't wait for somebody else to do something for you, okay? We're, like I said, in 21st century, everything goes fast-paced. Money is important. If you feel like that job ain't paying you enough, add another one, okay? Or I came to a point where I had 4 jobs and I had to manage it like that, until obviously it was a bit too much later, but I knew it was just for a short month of time, and I accomplished what I wanted to do. It wasn't a goal, and I did it. And so if I can do it, that means probably you can do it. Nothing's impossible. Be self-taught, and find something that's always going to bring you money in your pocket. Don't wait someone else to put money in your pocket. Be independent, be strong, change your mindset, because that's what it is. 21st century is about you pushing yourself, okay? Push yourself. We're 2019, soon 2020. Where you at? You see what I mean? And you're never too young to start a business. You're never too young to do something in your life. And I believe that if God was a God that works and be able to push himself, then what about us, his children? you see what I mean? So my God is not lazy person. I can never be lazy myself. So this is basically my advice to you guys out there. Be self-taught, keep on pushing. Hairdressing is something that can never leave you hungry. It came to a point where like I had only £1 in my pocket and I'm walking the street, and I'm the kind of person that I don't like to ask. But sometimes you come to a point where you got only £1 in your pocket, girl. Like, you see what I mean? Nobody knows about it, only you know. But suddenly, like, someone just call you, girl, like, can you do my hair? And I'd be like, yeah, of course. And another extra £40 in my pocket. That's how amazing hairdressing is. So, yeah. And I believe as well, like I said, if you want to take it further, always combine it with something else, like beauty, for example. Makeup will never die until the end of the world. Makeup will always exist. Girls want to look buff. Girls want to look fly. And hair and beauty and makeup, it goes together. So choose what you feel like is the best thing for you. Learn and keep on pushing, keep on grinding, and be your own boss. That's about it. All right. So thank you so much for watching. And deuces.